Hey, Jake Hildebrand here with another look at the computer case I'm building. This past week was woodworking week. As you can see, the outside of the case is being covered in wood, African mahogany to be exact. So that required a lot of cutting, drilling, sanding, a lot of sanding. Now that we've got this all sanded, I'm going to try to give the wood a little color. Not actually going to stain it or add any color, but just bring out the mahogany's natural color using this boiled linseed oil. I'm using this specifically because it's more or less it's period correct. According to my good friend Harold on the Steampunk forum, this is actually how real steam engine lagging would be treated, with a few coats of linseed oil and then shellac. So right now I've got some mixed up in my little yogurt cup here, and just going to start applying this. I have no idea how this is going to react with the wood filler I used on the cracks, but actually looks pretty nice. Yes, the ridiculously helpful Mr. Harold managed to dig up in his archives a description of how lagging would have been finished and treated. And as per those instructions, the wood is sanded with 160 grit sandpaper. Actually, I used 150 because that was the closest I could find. And then it is brushed with linseed oil. Few coats of that, and then a nice shellac put on over that, which is, as you may or may not know, made from beetle shells. Pretty cool. Then I haven't picked out the varnish that's going to go over that yet, but I'm going to try to find something period correct, wax based or some such. So I found, even though I'm not, obviously it's a computer, so it's, you might wonder why I want period correct on things like that, but the thing is, at least to me, you can definitely see when you use some sort of modern wood finishing product. It just looks sort of shiny and plasticky and it doesn't have that aura of antiquity that we want here. So that's why I try to use that. Plus, I'm an old man at heart, and I don't trust newfangled things. So as I was saying before, you can see linseed oil really doesn't have a whole lot of color to it itself, especially when it's spread thin. It's pretty much clear. So what it's doing to the wood here is really just bringing out its natural color, like if you got it wet, but obviously a little more permanent. It just sort of soaks in and protects it, and since it's oil, yeah, it waterproofs it a little bit, keeps the moisture out. So here's the wooden case all finished. It has 2 coats of the linseed oil, which we're allowed to soak in and cure for a week. Then a coat of shellac was put on, sanded down, and then 2 coats of antique oil finish. So that gives it a nice, just a little light glossy look, and it seals it so it's all protected. And the other side is pretty much the same. It does have a bigger solid piece where the other one has the same 1.5 inch slats. This is going to have the Damnation video game logo will go there. And here's a little close-up so you can see the brass claw feet we have here. They're solid brass, and so they look a little spindly, but they're very sturdy, which is good because this case will weigh about a metric ton. Maybe a little less, but pretty close, I think. Oh, also you'll notice the edge of the wood around here is pretty rough, which won't actually matter. There'll be obviously there'll be a front here, and there'll be a lip that'll go all the way around it, so you won't be able to see that. Actually, let me show you the front of the case. Alright, here's a little sneak preview of the front of the case. As you can see, there's 3 gauges. This is all not quite finished, obviously. But there'll be 3 gauges, which will be turned on and off by this valve here. The power switch thing will be in the middle here, so you'll pull that out like you saw in the earlier video. And the reset button's there. And this whole part will be stained wood to match the sides, and brass, so the drive bays will be here, and a little something here, and a little something up there that you'll see later. Yeah, there'll be whole videos about the drive bays and these mysterious things there, and the gauges and all that. Okay, well that's all for this video. Tune in next time, and we're going to get back into the electrical and mechanical side of things, so should be pretty interesting. Thanks for watching.